Last week on Rochelle's Daily Wire Video Edition, we reported how the U.S. Supreme Court had granted certiorari to resolve a circuit split and decide whether or not the increase in U.S. trustee fees in 2018 was unconstitutional because the increase did not become effective for a number of months in the two states that have bankruptcy administrators rather than U.S. trustees. As a result, I was not the least bit surprised when the Federal Circuit put an appeal on hold that raises the very same issue. And clearly the Federal Circuit is just going to sit back, see what the U.S. Supreme Court says sometime probably in June, and then rule accordingly. I was, however, surprised when the 11th Circuit just a few days ago handed down an extensive opinion on the very same subject, even though, as I said, the Supreme Court is going to decide the issue a few months from now. When I read the 11th Circuit opinion, I understood why they went out of their way to issue an opinion. And by the way, the 11th Circuit came down on the side of two other circuits that said there was no constitutional violation in the sense of there being a lack of uniformity required by the bankruptcy clause of the U.S. Constitution. The 11th Circuit offered a new theory, which, to my way of thinking, is pretty darn persuasive. The 11th Circuit said that it was the intent of Congress that the fees would be uniform throughout the entire country. But it just so happened that the judges who are responsible for increasing the fees in the bankruptcy administrator districts were a bit slow in putting those fees into effect. But nonetheless, the 11th Circuit said the statute itself is not unconstitutional because the intent of Congress was to make them uniform everywhere, which in fact is what's going on now. Notably, however, there was what amounts to a dissent in the 11th Circuit, and that one judge, to his way of thinking, believed that even though it may have been the intent of Congress, that's not what really happened, and that some creditors, as a result, were losing a lot of money because the increased fees were not uniform everywhere. Well, we'll just have to sit back and tune in again sometime in June, and we'll see what the U.S. Supreme Court has to say on the subject. I am Bill Rochelle, the Editor-at-Large for American Bankruptcy Institute. I will return same time next week with something interesting in the world of bankruptcy. Until then, be well, stay safe, and good day.